Surprisingly, I do actually have a bra and I do own one. I do have a bra and I do own one, but I don't always wear it with this dress because the last time I wore this dress, I definitely did not wear this bra, okay? I definitely did not wear it the last time I wore this dress. So, I do have a bra. I do have one and it works very well with this dress. I'm just letting you know. For you offering me a bra, only one is necessary. 34 double D. Perfect. Perfect front size fit. 34 double D. You know, the only one. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I normally do this first, but I always have a towel covering up my laptop because I want to make sure that I don't get any spills on my laptop. We're making pita chips, and I have some soup that I was given last night that I didn't finish. I'm gonna warm that up in the Toastmaster, which is right here, and I'm going to soak those pita chips homemade in the soup and eat it that way. Okay? So I don't have a deep fryer anymore. I need to buy one, and I'm planning on buying the double deep fryer so I can get the job done twice as fast because I do cook more often now. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty much cooking on an everyday level. So there is a for me to have the double air fryer and the double deep fryer, but we'll start off with the double air fryer right after the microwave is purchased because that one is needed more because the one upstairs is now dead, and so is this one. Can a 17-year-old buy a microwave? I don't think so. At least not yet, not legally. Anyways, so we have two microwaves that are deceased in the home, and I need to purchase now two instead of just one. All right. So, with that being the case, let's get to the ingredients of the pita bread, pita chips, bread style, dough style. Um, I'm aware that you know. Thank you for gifting me a small counterpart to weight. I'm aware that I'm just gonna get around to using this today. Okay, let's get into it. I normally this calls for 2 cups of flour, but I doubled the recipe to 4 cups. And I said what I said about the deep fryer because I'm gonna be placing it in the oven to bake because I don't have a deep fryer. They Pita bread, pita chips taste much better when you deep fry them than when you bake them. But at this point, I don't have a choice but to use the oven. So we're going to use the oven today in order to bake the pita chips so that I can eat. All right, so let's get into making these pita chips. Let's see if we're going to need that bag of flour first of all. 2 cups of flour there, that's two, and I'm doubling the recipe to 4 cups. So that's 4 cups of flour, and that is all I need to complete that recipe is 4 cups of flour there. Okay, and that's I'll show you 2 cups of flour. right there. 2 cups. All right. 2 cups of flour. Then we are going to get us a cup of water. This holds about a cup and a half of water. So I'm going to fill that up with a cup and a half of water because it's necessary. Okay. And it's a good thing that I'm going to be baking them today in the oven because if you put these pita chips in the deep fryer with cayenne pepper, it'll taste good in the end, but the popping sound might make you want to run away from it, and you don't want to run away while you're cooking. So it's a good thing I'm baking them today because I normally deep fry them without the cayenne pepper, just to keep things on the safe side. But so just a little bit of cayenne pepper there. Okay, a little bit. That's a little bit. Then some all-purpose flour. A little bit of all-purpose flour. And if I haven't said it enough, a little bit of kosher salt. Kosher salt. Okay, so let's do that. All right. And let's mix the ingredients. They're asking for no yeast at this point, so I'll respect the request where they're asking for the ingredient with no yeast. And then just the water to combine the ingredients. I haven't shaved yet if you haven't noticed. That's why I'm keeping my arms down really, really low. You can bake this as a whole and then cut up the pita chips after. I think I'm gonna do it that way. I think that's the way I'm going to do it, is bake it as a whole because I really don't have that type of energy right now. Yeah, I don't have that type of energy to bake it as a cut up set of pieces of pita bread. So I'm just gonna bake it as a whole and then chop it up after it's done baking. Alright, so I'm gonna do it that way instead. I'm gonna do it that way. So let me preheat the oven there. Preheat the oven. Okay, and you want it to be nice and soft for those of us who have tender teeth, like myself, like some people say in the comments. I have tender teeth apparently. You want it to be nice and soft for those of us who have tender teeth. All right, so we're gonna get our sheet and we're gonna oil the baking sheet. And we want all of the baking sheet to oil it because we are going to be spreading this as much as possible and as thin as possible all over the baking sheet because we want it as thin as possible. Okay, drop that in, and then just use our hands to spread that out as thin as possible. As thin as we can possibly get it. Okay, and it does help that we don't have any baking powder in there due to the fact that we want it to be very thin and not risen. So it does help. Okay, so I'm gonna go wash my hands there. All right, so do that. Grab one of the towels that I'm already using here. Okay. Dry my hands like so, and put this in the oven to bake for, well, 45 minutes. And that goes to bake for 45 minutes, and we put the timer on 45. Okay, now let's put these ingredients away and get ready to warm up that soup that I was cooking yesterday. Actually tastes pretty good. I just wanted this to eat it with. I just wanted the chips portion to eat it with. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just kind of clean that off a little bit there. Okay. Clean that off a little bit there. Get my Toastmaster to warm up the soup. Okay. The Toastmaster, we have a little bit of oil left in there. A little bit, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Okay. And this is what happens when you leave soup like this in the fridge. This is what you call, country girl tripe soup. This is country, good old country tripe soup. We go eat that with the pita chips, okay? Country girl tripe soup. You can tell when a girl grows up in the country and she knows how to eat tripe, no problem. The only problem is I don't know how to cook it. They won't let me. So I'm just gonna be warming it up. I am just gonna be warming it up back to the liquid stage right here in the Toastmaster. Alright, the tripe soup warmed up, will liquid stage, hopefully in the Toastmaster, or at least warmed up enough to eat. Warmed up enough to eat, even if not in a liquid state. Warmed up enough to eat. Alright? Cover that, and I'll let you watch along with me to see how long it takes to warm that tripe soup up. Okay? I'll let you watch and see how long it takes for that to happen. I'm gonna turn on the fan because you can see that it's smoking up already, and I'm trying to avoid, the fire alarm going off. So turn on the fan. That is what I'm gonna grab a bowl because that's gonna be ready in a whole lot less than either bread will be ready, but it will be ready. Alright, that's what that is. That is the entirety of the liquid that is in the soup. So now I'm going to do that, and now I'm not picking up the bone because the meat is on the bones. When we try the meat is on the tripe, it's very bony. Very rarely do you get a tripe that has meat on the bone, or at least from what I know. From what I know, very rarely do you get a tripe that has meat that's not on the bone. So, it's still cold, but it's still pretty good. It just needs some more time to warm up. Also, turn up the heat on that and let it warm up. Alright, let's make some more of that drink. Now, actually, for a second up recipe, let's give you a second up recipe of that. So, a second up recipe, except this time we're putting two different flavors in the second up recipe. We're putting the original strawberry, and then we're also putting the caramel flavor as well. This is the caramel 10 acres gifts coffee syrup, and this is sugar-free caramel, and this is number two. Okay, and this one again is the zero and delicious, no calories, no sugar, no carb. Go ahead, indulge in the decadent flavor of strawberry. Add a little or a lot. You get to decide how very delicious you want to be. Cocktails, tea. I don't suggest this one for tea, but it suggests tea. Cocktails, tea, ice drink, baking, flavored water. I'm using it for flavored water. If y'all remember those Mia packets that were really popular back in 2016, 2013, this is what I wanted those Mia packets to be. This was meal for me as a kid. I wanted those Mia packets to be this because that's what would get me to drink my water is having a little bit of Mia drink in my water. Well, they're scratched easily. Okay? So that's what that was. But I'll also take this if they won't let me have my I'll take my syrup too. Okay? I'll take me my syrup if they won't let me have my phone. Let's have the cup there and let's pour it in. Okay, pour that in and let's pour some of the caramel flavor in there as well. Okay, now let's get some nice cold water and pour in the cold water in the cup. Okay, and now we have juice to drink. Perfect. And I still have my Starbucks one from yesterday too. By the way, thanks John told me it actually tastes even better with the Starbucks syrup in it. Yeah, it do. It tastes even better. With the Starbucks syrup, it tastes so much better. So thanks, John. And with that, I should be pretty damn warmed up right there. Can't do nothing more with that. I should be pretty damn warmed up. Pretty damn warmed up. The way I like it. Nice and okay. Mm-hmm. Liquid is good. Let's check the portion. Let's check the food portion there. This is what you call try back, by the way. From a country girl who doesn't know anything right there. Country girl who doesn't know anything. This is what you call a try back. Okay? Y'all country bonkers out there. Tell me if I'm wrong about this being a try back or not. Tasty. Good for the vagina too. Perfect. Now that's if you don't eat pork, this ain't for you. I'm sorry, but it just is. I'm all the way country. I eat pork everything. Yes, I swear I got this one. This is where I get all of these tools from. It's even over now, country bumpkin pork. That's right. Eat your pork, but your body looks delicious, baby. Delicious all the way. Pork, country style, try it back. Got this body